Unlike anything else on radio today, it's a front row seat for great information with today's leading experts. The Millionaire Maker, Hilary Kramer.
All right, welcome to Monday. It's Money Monday, of course, where we talk about your portfolio. We talk about the stocks. And tonight, man, do we have a lineup. We're going to talk Christmas stocks, World Cup stocks, IPOs, undervalued stocks, and maybe retailers that are on life support. We got all that lined up for you tonight. Hilary Kramer, of course, is my co-host on these Money Monday nights. And, Hilary, it's great to have you in studio again tonight. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love this, and we have so much to talk about. We have a lot.
We do. Let's start with some breaking news, though.
Yes.
FTX founder, everybody knows that name because of the crypto scandal. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried arrested tonight by Bahamian authorities after the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, all right, represent, shared a sealed indictment with the Bahamian government setting the stage for extradition. U.S. trial for the one-time crypto billionaire at the heart of the crypto's exchange collapse. Damian Williams, the U.S. attorney for the Southern District, saying on Twitter that the federal government anticipated moving to unseal the indictment this morning. By this afternoon, it had happened. They have him in custody. He is expected to face extradition, and of course, the Bahamas are going to comply freely with the United States. I don't think there's going to be any doubt about this. Hilary, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. That exchange just it wasn't like it went belly up. It disappeared into the ether. It just
I know.
didn't exist anymore.
It's so interesting because the party line has been for the last 3 years that as an alternative to buying gold, and I'm not saying gold is a great investment, but as the alternative to gold, you can buy crypto. Crypto's the answer. And what we're seeing now is that crypto can just disappear. I don't understand why everyone thought that crypto was more opaque and so easy to see and follow. You can know everyone who's been on the blockchain, and the irony is you really don't. And I'm really shocked, and I think you might find it interesting that both of his parents are at Stanford University. Sam Bankman-Fried, they have gone to Bahamas because Sam says he only has $100,000 left. In the meantime, there's about $50 billion that's missing. There are suicide hotlines that have been set up all over the country because people have lost their life savings thinking that it was safe. And this is a very important lesson. This was the intersection of cryptocurrency along with social media and all of the influencers. And you have everyone from the libertarians to the liberals who thought that this was the answer. And the truth of the matter is that it is not the answer. Even though Bitcoin may certainly survive, you still need one currency where someone can send money overseas and not have it be taxable. But there's a flip side. This might be the beginning of regulation. This might be the beginning.
Well, and you know that the U.S. government's been dying to get its hands on regulating crypto for the longest number of years, but they haven't been able to figure out how to do it. They don't know. The public officials that are in charge of all this stuff don't understand the technology and the mechanism well enough, in my opinion, to be able to even design regulation for it. So until they get their head around it, they're not going to be able to do it. And this is not the first crypto scandal that has left investors holding the bag. There's been a bunch of these. I mean, Bitcoin was subject to a couple of them early on.
I know, exactly.
So let me ask you, Hilary, does this make you doubtful of crypto's potential? Because I've always been skeptical of it as a currency, but I love the technology behind it. I think blockchain is going to solve a bazillion problems for us when it's implemented across all sectors. But for currency, I've never thought this was a great option.
It never was, because there's really nothing to support the cryptocurrency. The point was, well, it's being supported by all of this energy and electricity and mining, and there's only so much cryptocurrency out there. And in many ways, it's no different than the tulip scandal. It really isn't. Now, in terms of the blockchain, you make a very interesting point, Kevin. The blockchain, for anyone who wants the simple version of it, it's like a Google Doc. You can see everyone who's been on the chain, every change that's been made, and that's really very different than cryptocurrency. That's the new paradigm. Now, how, though, are we going to make money? Who's going to make money from blockchain? How are pieces of money going to be taken from it? Sure, it's going to save money from using auditors and accountants to the extent that documents have to go back and forth. But there's a lot of problematic issues here. And let me just say, bottom line, cryptocurrency is something that happens just like the frothiness in the market and a real estate market on fire like it is. It's all because money got free. Money was free, and when money was free, this is what happens. But my heart bleeds for everyone out there who never knew what it was like to go through a market downturn, and now they've put their life savings in cryptocurrency as well as in a lot of the technology stocks, and now they have no job because the layoffs are pervasive everywhere, and you don't have any money. But the good news is this. It's a learning experience. You can always amass more money. Yes, it's hard work to do. It gets harder as one gets older. But if you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s, you're going to start again. You're going to learn your lesson, and you're going to understand. But it also shows human nature. Every time we turn around, there's another kind of Ponzi scheme. No one thought that after Bernie Madoff was arrested in December 15th, 2008, that this would never happen again, right? Never. Enron, this will never happen again. And now look, the whole world took this 30-year-old who talked about algorithms and pegging different cryptocurrencies to other cryptocurrencies that have algorithms that are connected to the dollar. And let's just leave it at this. Everyone out there who's listening, have a little cash, have stocks, have some bonds.
Have some gold.
Have some gold, whatever it is, and make sure that you have real estate. And it's not the end of the world if you buy something that's overpriced, because if it's what you want to live in over the long term, it'll work itself out.
We got a lot of different sections of stocks tonight. We were going to start with Christmas stocks. Hillary, what do we need to know about Christmas stocks?
Well, there's a lot of stocks that are going to do well. There are some companies that we're going to see unfortunately just closed down right after the Christmas holiday and their returns coming out and their announcements. But for right now, you have some excellent companies that are incredibly undervalued, one of which is Etsy. Etsy's going to do very well this year. Too many people have bought too many things, and Etsy is a way to personalize Christmas presents unless one goes about giving services, right, and experiences. Everyone loves personalization, so you have that, and you have unique items there.
Hillary, you were telling us about Etsy and the kind of advantage that it has as a shopping marketplace because you can get things customized. I mean, everything from like a pocket knife to, you name it. You can just get your name on everything.
Anyone who doesn't know what to get someone for Christmas, you can get these glass mugs that hold coffee and that have etched in them a person's name. You can put two people. You could put Kevin and his wife, established, 2024. Or, well, no, that would be like beyond now. 20. When did you meet? When did you meet your beautiful wife?
Let's see. We will be married 20 years in 2023. So
that means it was 2002, 2001 that you met. So you could say, but 2023.
Right after 9/11.
But 2003. So you established 2003. You can get a cutting board for steak, for cheese, all of these things. But I love the pocket knives. I love the Grill Master. You can buy these like grill items and put the person's name on them. I mean, what man doesn't love to be a Grill Master and have a personalized Grill Master set? So I think Etsy, That's the way to go. It's inexpensive. And again, everyone loves the personalization, and the prices are phenomenal. The stock is $129. It's Brooklyn based for all of you New Yorkers right here in Brooklyn. And the stock's been between $67, $200 to $247 in the last 12 months. At $129, we're going to see earnings be just great when Etsy reports how their holiday did. Here's another one that I need to bring up. Amazon, many naysayers about it. $90 right now. Amazon's been between $85 and $176, and at the end of the day, many people are still going to turn to Amazon, and Amazon's doing some real serious discounting these days, so that makes a lot of sense. There's Best Buy, BBY, that is on its last breath, but seriously, it's still the place to go for a television set, and that's a great. People still use it as the big Christmas present. Plus, they have the little things, the covers for the iPhones, things like that. But Best Buy, $82 off of its high of $112. Of all of these so far, I still like Etsy the best. But I'm going to give you another one before we get to a retailer. We've talked about it before. I still love Disney at $94 with Bob Iger, CEO, returning to the helm. Totally unprecedented. It just doesn't happen. So this $94 stock could go back 52 weeks. It was $160. That was its high in the last 52 weeks. And we're coming out almost completely of COVID. Yes, we might have other problems going on, and we have a recessionary environment. It makes a lot of sense. I was in San Diego this week, and I saw a ship called the Wonder, a Disney ship, and it was full to the brim. And I looked up how old it was. It was built. Yes, the Wonder from Disney was built in 1997. So Disney certainly knows how to keep the old fresh and the fresh old and new, and expect some great programming. That's all you need, are some really good media properties to come out of that, and you got a winner there. Disney. It is the stock that you and I are going to talk about 6 months ago. At 94 now, it's going to be close to 150. You watch. Bob Iger will not give up on that one. Then lastly, I just want to mention Target, because their merchandising is so excellent. They have the best merchandising executives. $150 stock Target. It's been as low as $137 in the last year, but has been as high as $254. Anyone who goes to Target, use it. Just think of yourself. You don't go into Target and spend $12. Their average check, their average receipt is probably more in the $300 range.
Wow.
They just have it. They've got it down to a science. TRGT, and I think they're going to blow Walmart out of the water. Walmart has just had a lot of inventory issues, and it's just not as clean and neat as it used to be, even with it having the largest, this is Walmart having the largest supermarket, period, in the world. No one has it any better. So those are the Christmas stocks, and that everyone should be thinking about.